Hi everybody, Scott Dion Brown here, and today we're going to be creating art. So a little while back I created these two giant canvases. They aren't actually canvases, they're more like two giant pieces of plywood in rectangular shape. And I did that with the intention of eventually painting something cool on them, so we have some nice art on our walls. But I wasn't really sure what to paint on them. And then I started seeing this new trend that's been happening on YouTube for a while, which is pour painting. Pour as in P-O-U-R. Pour painting. Not pour painting. That's what I do. But anyway, a lot of artists have been doing some pretty amazing things online with it. And I thought, this could be fun. I should try it. But it occurs to me that maybe the giant canvas on my wall shouldn't be the first one I do. So what we've got is our small canvas that will kind of be our experimental testing canvas. And it could also maybe be useful for you guys who are thinking about trying this out, seeing what goes wrong for me so that it doesn't go wrong for you. So before we get started, let's go over what you need. So obviously the first thing you need is a canvas. I purchased this from Dollarama, which is a dollar store here in Canada. You don't have to use a canvas, you could just use whatever you plan to paint, but probably not paper. I feel like paper might get disintegrated by there's a lot of paint going onto this and a lot of water as well. So you're gonna want something, maybe if you're a piece of wood or whatever you're gonna be painting, should be hefty enough that it can absorb some liquid. We have a selection of paints here. We have white, which will be our base color. We got black, we'll add a little bit of black in there. We've got Copenhagen blue, tropical blue, and spun gold. And all of these were purchased also at the dollar store. And then I've also got a selection of small cups that I will be using to water down the paint because apparently the paint is too thick. So you're supposed to water it down a little bit. I've got some water, and I also have some stir sticks to use for mixing things. And finally, I got a hair dryer, which I hope I don't get any paint on this. So the first thing we have to do is mix up our paints. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 colors. 5 cups. So I don't know how much water we need exactly. I was watching one video where a guy was measuring the amount of water by weight to the exact, I'm not doing that. But okay, so we'll start with white. White is going to be our base color, so white is the amount we need the most of because I want to coat basically the entire canvas in white before we add the other colors. I don't know how much we need. Start with that much. So too much water. Okay. I feel like this is too liquidy. Also, some of the blue on this popsicle stick is coming off a bit into the white. So dark colored sticks, not gonna work. Switch to this yellow one. I feel like this is way too much water.
It's very wet.
It's too wet. Let's try this again. I'll start adding the paint first. We'll give it a mix and then we'll add the water a little at a time. Because I feel like you really just want it to be runny, right? I almost feel like this is already fine. I feel like that's gonna run fine. Almost too much. I think I gotta add a bit more paint. Mixy, mixy. Okay, I feel like this will be enough. We can coat the whole canvas with this. Okay, white. Next is our spun gold. So you really do not need to add a lot of water to this. I'm learning now that a tiny bit of water goes a long way. Black, which is the one we're gonna use the least of, but I think it'll just add a little bit of drama. A bit of drama to this thing. Now we've got blue. We got 2 blues. Tropical blue. Very little water goes a long way. That's pretty good. By my 4th paint color, I'm getting pretty good at the consistency of how much water to put. And Copenhagen blue. Okay, let's start this thing. Canvas is ready to go. As you can see, I have plastic down. I cut open a plastic bag to coat the whole countertop so that we don't get paint everywhere. There's different ways people have done this. They've done ways where they have 1 cup and they layer all the paints in 1 cup and pour it all out. I don't think we're gonna do that. I want it to be a bit more controlled. So we're just gonna start by coating the whole canvas in white. Okay, here we go. Now, my understanding is the idea of the base coat is to so that the paint flows better. I think we need more white. And I actually think now I'm looking at it, I think the base coat can be a bit more watered down than the regular paint. All right, coating. And we want to go all the way, I guess we want to focus especially getting the edges because the edges we definitely want white. And I think we can spread this with the stick. We're not going to want to touch the paint with our tools, the other colors, but I think we can get away with using a stick to coat the canvas. And again, because there's plastic on the thing, it's kind of like icing a cake. It's pretty good. Okay, I feel like it's a good start. I looked at a variety of designs online, and the one that I liked the most was there was like a diagonal, right? And then it was like splishing out in the directions. So we were thinking darkest to lightest, yeah? Okay, so we'll start with black. Maybe I'll kind of go on like a little design type thing. Okay. Darkest blue. And we're gonna put the blue is gonna be the most, so we're gonna have the most blue in this thing. So I think I'm gonna cover up the black pretty much. Kind of like this. And a little more, maybe. Does it look like I know what I'm doing?
Not even remotely.
I thought maybe I look like he's making such interesting choices. Okay, now this is a lighter blue. Now the reason we got two blues, what I've noticed that looks cool is if you have colors that are kind of close to each other, just because then they kind of shade and highlight each other. So kind of looks cool already. I mean. All right, interesting. And now the gold, I don't know, like maybe just a straight line down the middle?
Yep.
And then we might do some splashes later, but we'll see. This is the part now where things start to look cool. Now, one thing that they do usually is they have a heat gun and they go they heat part of it. I don't have a heat gun, so we're not doing that. So let's just see what happens. Hair dryer. What strength? Maybe the lowest strength.
Sure.
Oh. Oh. Okay. I'm liking how there's like that cool bubbly thing happening there. I think we gotta do something here and here, yeah? Or maybe go this way.
I think.
There you go. I mean, it looks pretty cool. Just want to get that little bit because I can see canvas. Yes? I feel like it's good, right? Mm-hmm. Now the only other thing that looked cool is I saw one artist do like little drips of gold into certain areas. Just give it a little pop. She did this with a paintbrush, which might work better, but. Yeah? I'm pretty happy with this. Okay, now the other thing I wanted to do, a bit more white, just to fill in, because there are areas where I can see the canvas, specifically right here. Just so it goes all the way to the edge. Make it that cake look. Right there. That's fine. I mean, that looks pretty awesome. I mean, I know that like, it doesn't really have much in terms of form. And I've seen people do really cool things, like when it almost looks like a galaxy or a universe when they've learned to control it and things, but I mean, that looks cool. Imagine how this is gonna look, a giant version of these on the wall, like a big, how long is that? 6 feet? 2 big canvases? I'm pretty proud of this for a first attempt. It's pretty awesome. So now I know the next step, I think, is you let the thing dry, and then I think when it's done, you gotta like shellac it. This is cool. I suggest you try this. Like when you look up close, like come in, take a look. You can really see like, it creates these really cool, like almost looks like oil effects, like where they pool in certain ways and they make these really intricate looking designs. Just the way they mix together, and it looks amazing. I mean, it looks so, almost like marble, almost like a marble type look. But okay, there it is, ladies and gentlemen. Our very first ever pour painting. Done not that poorly. Okay, thanks for watching, guys. Hit the like button, hit subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Bye.